Alright, hi, it's Adam Kung Fu Dad, and today we are making a Kei Lun. This is what I got so far here. I didn't put handles in I didn't put handles in here, which was a mistake, obviously. I'm not supposed to grab it by the horn, but since I made it, I think I can. So I'm just gonna cover the front today with some paper mache. This is rainwater and it's disgusting, but this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use it, might as well, right? Okay, and this is something else I'm working on. It's like a dragon head, but it's gonna work instead of doing it like this, you know what I'm saying? It's like a spear, so I do spear moves, and I figured that, you know, you'd still have the tail. It would be a one-person thing. Most of the stuff I'm making now is one-person stuff, like where one person does the dance, because, not just because I'm short-handed, but I noticed whenever I brought these things to, for kids to play with, nobody wants to be the tail, and I guess that's like, you know, an American or a modern thing, really, of not wanting to work together, you know? Everyone wants to be the head. And so, or maybe it's just a human thing. And it's just too much work for me, because, alright, first of all, yeah, like, if you were teaching people how to do lion dance, then they listen and stuff. But most of them they just want to run off and do it themselves. And I think I'm just gonna go with that. Because all the kids think, you know, if you try to teach them Kung Fu, it's like, I know it already. And instead of just thinking like, oh, you think you know it already, but you don't. I don't know. Maybe they do know it already. Maybe they can come up with something better than me. And if they really want to learn my moves, then they'll just watch what I do and do it. I don't necessarily need to show them. In fact, every kid, they want to learn it, but then when I start to show them in detail, they're like, all right, forget it. So why not just go with the idea that, yeah, they can just do it. This looks like it's definitely not enough flour. That's gonna be a problem, isn't it? I hope this will work. So I started, you know, it costs a lot of money to make a Kei Lun. I mean, to buy one from Singapore or China or whatever, or to buy a lion head. You might ask, why am I doing Kei Lun if I don't know? I was trained in lion dance, not in Kei Lun, but I want to do something a little different than what I've been doing. You could call that cultural appropriation or whatever, but I don't know. From what I've seen of the Kei Lun videos on like YouTube or whatever, they've got one where it's these village of like Hakka people near Hong Kong, and their last name is Chung, same last name as me, so maybe I'm just getting back to my roots that I don't even know, because I'm not really sure what ethnic group my dad was from, but a lot of people think just from his last name and from his the location of where he was from, that he was probably Hakka. Not that it matters. I'm doing it because it's fun. You might ask too, like, am I going to Dimjing and bless these heads? Yes, I am, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to give a nod to the traditional way of doing it, but I'm going to do it my own way. And part of this dance is also you know, there's the story of it. Actually, I don't know what the story for the K'Lun is, but for the Lionhead, I'm writing a book called Lions and Dragons and Drums, and I'm tying that story back to the tale of Gilgamesh and Humbaba, except for I'm going to rewrite that, because if you look at it mythologically, the story that's written down is not necessarily the original story either. It's the story of the people who conquered. And not that I know the original story, but I'm just gonna tie it back to that because I did see somewhere online that the lion dance originated from the Middle East in for this celebration of Nurvez, which is the Iranian New Year or something like that, Persian New Year actually, and it's pre-Islamic. And people really don't know much about it. And I'm just gonna make it up. Because I think there's something deeper than just the stories which are, in the end, myths that are made up. And it's like I'm not controlled by these dances. I use these dances to my own purpose. All right, just like a religion. You have a religion. You don't let a religion have you. So you take these rituals and there's benefits to them, but you don't let them own you. You don't let them control your life. I mean, to a degree, I am kind of letting it control my life because I enjoy doing this so much. Look at me now, I'm like making a head. But it's maybe I should be, I met a guy in the park yesterday that says he's in the same situation as me. He's a stay-at-home dad, but he works from home. And he makes a living from just selling stuff online, selling socks and electronic items. And that's awesome. I wish I could do that. I guess the fact that I'm saying I wish is being lazy, not looking into it. But I also don't need to do that. And I question whether I'd be good at that. You could question whether I'm even good at doing this. Look at this. This does not look as pretty as the heads in China. But I also like making this thing. I think I'm going to try to sell these too. Do dance with it, try to sell it. Because I'm going to be making more of them. I don't know how much I could sell it for. They said to look online, it costs like $900. I don't think anyone will pay that much for mine. But hey, I could try, if I, also show that it's kind of to help fund me teaching Kung Fu to people, children and stuff. I think somehow I could figure out how to make money doing what I'm doing. And if not, I just get a job and do that too. But I've always, I'll do what I do. I've been writing my books, doing my thing. And I'm not going to stop. It's not like it takes that much time. I mean, I did my workout today, and it's not more. I don't think I worked out that much more than what doctors say the average person should do. I mean, maybe I did a little more, but if I didn't have time, I would do it a little less. And I think all these things tied together with, doing the martial arts, doing the dances, the drums, making the heads yourself. There's something to that. It's real It's really cheap compared to other arts and crafts. You know, buying paints. Well, I guess I gotta buy paints at some point, right? It's like essentially, in the end, it's a street art or folk art that was done by. It's not done by the emperor or whatever. It's done by farmers, people from a village that are not that wealthy. I mean, that's not what it is now, but when you look at the origins, this is not like the very wealthy that were doing these arts. Just look at the weapons in Kung Fu: sticks, hoes, rakes. It's not like a samurai sword or a, I mean, yeah, there's Guan Gong Do, there's all that, but the fact that you have these poor farmer tools, that just tells you who is really doing it, who it's for.